Anne Frank was born June 12, 1929, in Frankfurt, Germany, to her Jewish parents, Otto and Edith Frank. Anne also had a sister that was 3 years older, Margot Frank. For Anne's 13th birthday, she received a diary from her mother and her father. She immediately began recording the events in her life in her diary in the form of letters that were addressed to a fictitious character known as Kitty. Less than a month after receiving the diary, Anne and her family had to leave their home and their belongings to go into hiding. They had to do this because Jewish people were being abducted by Nazi soldiers and sent to concentration camps to live in filthy, miserable conditions while working day in and day out because the dictator, Adolf Hitler, believed Jewish people were less than everyone else and they should not live amongst others. The Frank family quickly and quietly moved into the back of a building in an area known as the Secret Annex. Herman, Petronella, and Peter Van Daan, as well as Albert Dussel, moved into the secret area to avoid concentration camps. The staircase that led to the annex was hidden by a movable bookshelf. There were very few people that knew that the Franks, the Van Daans, and Mr. Dussel were hiding in the annex, for it was highly illegal. But the few people that did know provided the Jewish families with their food, clothing, and information regarding the war. Through their extended stay in the annex, young Anne recorded all of her thoughts and feelings regarding many events in her precious diary. Although the adults often accused Anne of being ungrateful, rude, and vain, it quickly becomes evident through her diary entries that she is anything but that. Anne, in fact, seems to be quite the opposite. Even though she has had to leave her life behind, to live in cramped quarters with strangers and limited food, she often expresses how appreciative she is for being so blessed. Anne also worries about her Jewish friends and hopes that they are all okay. Anne also has the gift of optimism. Despite the depressing circumstances, Anne was oftentimes quite exceptional at remaining positive. The two families and Mr. Dussel lived in hiding for more than 2 years. Over the course of these 2 years, relationships fell apart while others bloomed. Good news was often followed by bad news. There were traumatic nights and promising days. Through these events, Anne recorded her ideas regarding adults, politics, love, and the future. Readers are privileged to have access to such emotional thoughts of a young Jewish girl during such a horrific, discriminative time in our world's history. The audience can easily feel the fear, anxiety, happiness, and relief that Anne feels, and learn a lot through her very intimate diary entries that are compiled and called The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank.